Yeah. So last time I was at Ecosummit, I think it was in Berlin pitching 2014. Anyway, so now I'm one of the co-founders of Venture IQ. We are a technology scouting firm based out of Amsterdam. And we founded the company in 2015. And we essentially help our customers really efficiently identify interesting technology companies. This is a quote from John Schnabel. I don't know if you guys watch Discovery Channel. That's kind of late at night. They have Gold Rush, and he was the late owner of the Big Nugget gold mine. And I thought it was a nice little picture because it has a parallel with technology scouting. So in gold mining, of course, there's a high level of uncertainty in terms of what you're going to find, where you're going to find, and then once you found a spot, you just put as much dirt into the biggest sieve that you can afford to maximize your chance of success. And of course, technology scouting is way more sophisticated, but there are parallels because in innovation is everywhere. I think it's never been easier or cheaper to start a company. I think if you look at patent applications, they're accelerating. Over 60% is now filed in Asia. So you see different areas coming up, and there is no database of interesting companies out there. So if you're looking at doing a technology search, you're probably looking at a pretty time-consuming and empirical process, which is where we come in to make it more efficient. So what do? We use global data sets, so base data, which give us a complete overview of the world. We can derive company information from that. And then we've built our own technology, or our own scouting tool called Catalyst, in which we can index information, we can organize it, we can screen it, we can share it with our customers so that they can give us immediate feedback on what they think is interesting. But our customers can also use it as a very big deal flow management tool. And then finally, we have the human IQ of Venture IQ, which is our analyst team. And they ensure relevancy, so they add analysis, insights, additional research to make sure that you always get a relevant set of companies and the background around that so that you can decide which companies you really want to engage in. So who are our customers? They're corporates, consultants, VCs, also event organizers, essentially anybody that's interested in innovation and in finding out what interesting companies could be. Of course, we have Eneco here, so feel free to ask Ima his opinion. But I'd also like to highlight Coordinata, Natalie is over there. We're working with Natalie and her team in the Nordic markets, so also feel free to talk to her. Yeah, then on to the second part of my presentation. I want to give some scouting tips from our experience as VC, but also from the past couple of years, from more of an investment point of view. So first tip, volume is key. I think if you want to maximize the chance of success of finding an interesting company, you need to go through a lot of companies. The benefit of that, of course, is that you get a fantastic reference base, so you can compare a lot of companies, and you know which ones are really outperforming, which aren't. Other benefits are is that you suddenly build options so that you can prevent any concessions on deal quality. Second one, be proactive. Everybody says that they're proactive, but being proactive is really quite time-consuming. And the chances of some winning company just walking into your office is really, really very low. So you need to do your homework, get out there. Again, the benefits are that people, startups, like to talk to educated investors or corporates. And by educating yourself about an industry, it also means that the information symmetry moves back a bit more in your favor. Then we're all humans, right? So we want to believe, we want to fall in love with a company, especially when it's a cool team, a great technology, and fancy marketing materials. But really, you want to first look at everybody in the market before you commit. So you need to run a strict process and track companies for a longer period of time, ideally, before you're able to make that commitment. Then talk to many people. It's a recurring theme in the presentation. But it has a practical consequence, namely that if you really want to be proactive and talk to a lot of people, you also need to be really efficient in terms of how long you talk with people, that you need to manage expectations, and if something is not really your cup of tea, be open about it and decline quickly and respectfully so you keep the relationship good enough to re-engage later. And finally, the last one is iterate, be creative. You don't know what you don't know. When you start a search, you'll be amazed what you find. So hold your convictions lightly and be open to pivot when you see something really interesting. This is it for me. If you're interested in talking more, these are our contact details, and hopefully meet in the break. Thank you.